Let's balance every summoner spell in the game and then create our own summoner spell. Feel free to create your own summoner spell in the comments below, but here we go. Barrier. What I do with Barrier is I would allow you to cast it on allies and towers as well. That way, support players could also take this summoner spell if they want to protect their AD carries. Because as you know, if you play support, you cannot trust your AD carry to literally do anything at all ever in the game unless you baby them 100%. Obviously, I know I'm right and this is fact, because that's why things like W Max First Support Morgana exist, because sometimes you can't even trust your AD carry to CS. Isn't that right, Lux that takes 7 kills and wonders why their AD carry only has 2 coming out of the laning phase? For clarity, I'd keep clarity exactly the same, just when you use it on your teammates, it also would wake them up about what you're actually supposed to be doing to close out a game, so you don't just play ARAM for 30 minutes after taking down all of the outer towers. Cleanse, I turn into a post-game summoner spell, in which case you can just cleanse off the toxicity and stupidity of the game you just played and most likely just lost. For Exhaust, thematically what I change is I wanted to inflict the feeling of having to wake up on a Monday morning to go to school, college, or work that you really don't want to go to. Now when it comes to Flash, Wally West was the best Flash, obviously, because of that one scene in the Justice League cartoon where he switches bodies with Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor's like, if nothing else, I can find out the Flash's secret identity. He takes off Flash's mask, and he's just like, I have no idea who this is. Perfect. Now for Ghost, I actually would keep it exactly the same, but I'd give it a passive that would allow you to pass through ally units. I don't agree with the idea that ally units should be able to block you and get you killed. Those are my minions. They should part like the sea if I'm trying to retreat to get away from something, instead of blocking me up and deciding now's the time to form a union when I could actually survive if you just get out of my way, my minions. If it's the enemy minions, I'm okay with it, right? You get baited by the enemy champion and like the enemy cannon wave kills you. That's fine, that's strategic. There's nothing strategic about your own minion wave getting you killed though. I don't like that. For heal, what I would allow it to do is refill all of your missing health no matter how much health you're missing. Specifically, so once again, support players can take this summoner. So if you're playing with an AD carry who's like, hey, I'm a really good Draven, but I'm really good because I take, Ignite Flash, and I just go in on somebody when we hit the level 2 or something, something like that, and snowball that way. Okay, fine. Maybe that's actually real in some universe, so fine. Support can now take heal, they can still have heal in the bottom lane, and technically you have Ignite in the bottom lane, and you just maybe swap summoners. But so to be fair, maybe we increase the cooldown to the same cooldown as Flash as well. Speaking of Ignite, I think Ignite's fine, but thematically, I'd add more flames. You should be feeling like Anakin Skywalker on Mustafar when this thing hits you or you hit somebody with it. Or the scene from Batman Begins where Scarecrow lights Batman on fire and sends him out a window. That's what I think Ignite should really be about. You should be like a fireball with legs walking around. When it comes to Mark and then Dash in ARAM, of course you can't hit the Dash unless you hit the Mark first, I would remove it from the game first of all, but second of all, at least back from ARAM and just to Poro King, so when we have to play Poro King and the rotating game mode queue another 72 times in the 52 weeks of the year, at least it can feel a bit more fresh and unique. But if not that, at least add Applier on the end of it so it can say Markiplier. So that way us content creators can make ARAM videos and be able to put Markiplier's name in the title and get views off of that. At least, I'm actually kind of leaning towards that one more. Now for Smite, look, I tried that game once. It wasn't actually bad, but it did almost blow up my computer. So I guess I gotta wait until I get a gaming computer or something before I can try playing that game again. But it wasn't horrible or anything like that. It was kind of like a different third-person view League of Legends kind of thing. It was kind of cool. Now for Teleport, I'll take this one a little bit seriously. What I would change about Teleport is I would make the channel time dictated by the distance you're teleporting. If you're teleporting a short range, the teleport time will be shorter. But if you're teleporting across map, teleport time will be longer. I think that would be a little bit more fair. If your top laner, is teleporting from top, you'll have an adequate time to retreat from that. If the mid laner, for some reason, is teleported from mid lane instead of just roaming down, it'll be less time, so that way it doesn't look like a complete mess up. Like, you could have just kind of just roamed down, but since you didn't, and you're going to use a summoner spell, let's just make it like this. Now, as for the summoner spell I would create, I would actually bring back Revive, but I would change how it works. What I would do is I would make it so that you could go trade a life for a life. If you're the support, for example, once again, why not, and you're dead, well then that kind of sucks. But if you're the AD carry and you're dead and the support, we need the wave clear to hold off an enemy siege on the Nexus, the support could trade their life for the AD carry's life. So So they would die and bring the AD carry back to life, and that way the AD carry can use their wave clear to maybe hold off until more teammates revive, come back to life, and just respawn, and maybe continue the game that way. Now, I realize that could be absolutely broken, or absolutely OP, but this is League of Legends we're talking about. That's something foreign in this game, so it's whatever. But this is the part of the video where you can now go down and add, your own ideas for what kind of summoner spell you would create. And you know what? I'm going to say there's no rules. There's no holds barred. You don't have to create something that's actually even viable. Just, to your heart's content, invent a summoner spell down in the comments below. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe in general. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this far if you did. I don't know which video will be next, because life will be quite a mess. So until next time, take care from the Fire Good Eye FS.